Hi guys, I'm a retiree, which means that 24 hours a day is my free time. And if I want to make videos at 2 a.m. in the morning, and most people are sleeping, I can, and I do. And I have many $1,000s worth of various different exercise equipment, which includes a Squat Max MD, um, leverage squat machines, a power rack, Titan Fitness T3 half rack, another squat stand. I have the SoloFlex, the Total Gym. I have a Marcy PM 4400. I have dumbbells from 5 pounds to 100 pounds in 5-pound increments. I have a multitude of kettlebells, slam balls, maces, sledgehammers, sandbags. I have a host of different various exercise machines. And I can work out any time of day, and I do. The fact I'm up at 2 a.m. in the morning should show you that when I want to work out, my gyms are open 24 hours. I can go to any one of my gyms right now and get a complete workout in. And I have the equipment to do so.
Whenever I see a good exercise equipment bargain, I'll do a quick YouTube video on it. Because exercise equipment has become ridiculously expensive, and it's about to become even more expensive because Donald Trump has vowed to impose a 60% tariff on Chinese goods and a 10 to 20% tariff on all other global imports. And here's an article on Yahoo Finance, which is dated November 17, 2024, about how Trump's proposed tariffs could affect the cost of jeans, appliances, and everyday items. And the subheading is, the National Retail Federation estimates an $80 pair of jeans could cost up to $16 more under Trump's tariff proposal. And here's a passage. Consumer prices rose in line with expectations in October, signaling further moderation of inflation. But economists expect that trend could reverse quickly if Donald Trump follows through with his promises to impose 10 to 20% tariffs on all imports and a 60% tariff on Chinese goods. And the article has a chart of potential implications for Trump tariffs on consumers. For instance, the price of toys, most of which is made outside the United States, is projected to go up anywhere between 36.3% and 55.8%. Household appliances are projected to go up between 19.4% and 31%. And even shoes are expected to increase in price from 18.1% to 28.8%. And the article also states that the average cost of a basic refrigerator would climb from $665 to $852 according to the National Retail Federation. Because most exercise equipment is made in China, the prices of exercise equipment is expected to increase significantly in price as early as January 20th, 2025. And even exercise equipment manufacturers outside the United States, like Pepin and Bells of Steel, which is manufactured in Canada, and Eleiko, Panetta, and Tenturi, which is manufactured in Europe, are expected to go up in price. So my advice is, if you want to avoid paying more later, buy whatever exercise equipment you can now, especially from Temu, which is a Chinese e-commerce company that offers bargain prices because it avoids the middleman and because it takes full advantage of the de minimis exemption of not imposing import taxes on purchases shipped directly to American consumers less than $800. And this could happen as soon as January 20th, 2025, which is when Donald Trump is inaugurated as President of the United States again. And executive orders are already being prepared for drastic actions, and not just on tariffs, but also deportation of illegal immigrants and slashing the size of federal government and so on. And this is not a political issue, but a practical issue, is whether you should buy exercise equipment while it's still affordable, or wait until next year where you're going to be paying a lot more for it. And this bargain is on a squat belt attachment for the incredibly low price of $34.08. But it ends today in 23 hours and 9 minutes. And the time of this video is 3:50 a.m. on November 18th. And I've been up all night looking for exercise bargains. I think this is the best one I should do a video on, because belt squats are excellent to develop your legs, your quadriceps, and hamstrings. And you can do it without any spinal compression. And I would recommend buying at least 2 of these just to set them at different angles. That's what I do. I have 2 different belt squat attachments, even though I can do belt squats on my Squat Max MD. And also on plyo boxes and my Black Widow platforms. 2 different belt squat attachments. And I have Black Widow platforms where I can do belt squats here as well. And I have an Elite FTS belt squat device where I can do landmine belt squats. I can even do belt squats on my Stamina PT 1690 pull-up station. And I have many ways to do belt squats. And I was once asked by Zugi 1964, why don't I just use the Squat Max ND? And the reason why is because each way I do belt squat has a different feel. As Vladimir Zeskorsky said, you have to keep changing or varying your exercises to prevent accommodation from occurring. Because your body will get accustomed to it. So I try to switch it up. It's just like doing bench presses with a cambered bar or bamboo bar, or with a multi-grip bar, axle bar, Olympic bar, dumbbells. I do bench presses with a slam ball or kettlebells. It gives a different feel, and it helps me vary my routine. And it's the same thing with belt squats. I'm just trying to change my routine. So I'm just going to hook it up. And this is a little bit more difficult to get on than the Stamina PT 1690, so I have to lean in when I step on the concrete platforms like this, and then I'm going to push myself off like doing a push-up, incline push-up. I hang on to the bar. Okay, I'm in position, so now I'm just going to do a belt squat. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slide my hands down and grab the stand, and as you can see, I can get well below parallel, and this provides me the balance support I need. So I have 6 different ways to do belt squats, but changing the angle and changing the device will give you a different type of muscular tension, which helps avoid muscular accommodation, which is when your muscular endurance, size, and strength gains stop because your body becomes adapted or accustomed to doing the same exercises with the same exercise tools too long. And you can avoid muscular accommodation by using different exercise tools and even by changing the angle, which is why it's a good idea to have more than one. These are the dimensions: 30.7 inches long, 9.8 inches high. You can pay more. For instance, Amazon has the same belt squat attachment for sale for $69.99. And the money you save, you can buy a belt squat belt, which Amazon's selling one for $42.99, but which you can buy on Temu for $17.02.